Oh my god, is this Jingle Bells? Morning, everybody. It's Ben's Brick Designs. It's Ben. It's good to see you guys Sunday morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, Kodiak. Welcome, Brad's Life. How's it going, guys? I think I'm going to have to skip this. It's March. So, hey, Julian, welcome, the Lego Geek. Julian, how's it going? For those who were not here Thursday, this is what we worked on Thursday. We did the Porsche 911. I did the turbo version, which I think is just different wheels, different fenders, different back end without the spoiler back there. The front end and the inside and the roof are pretty much the same. You also get different license plates. These are printed plates for New York and I'm guessing Hong Kong, maybe China. There's your trunk space. There's your engine block and such in the back. Turned out really well. I really like the wheel well finish. These pieces right here. These pieces, it's interesting because everything else is kind of shiny, but these curved bits right here are kind of matte. They're kind of, they've got a little tooth to them. They're not as slick. It's interesting, and I haven't run into that, I think, before. Slopes in general, like the older the slopes I saw were pretty, are matte like that, so it's very interesting. Skull Asylum, how's it going? Almost bought one yesterday at the Lego store, but I went a little crazy on Pick-a-Brick. That's fair. Pick-a-Brick's always helpful. Those don't look like legit license plates. They're not. I don't think I could stick this on my car and get away with anything. I also, when I first saw that, I thought it said piss take, and I was like, that's a very British thing to say. Anyway, so that's the finished thing, and this is going to be on display probably along here somewhere for the next little while. I really like this one. This was a fun build to get some of the shapes and whatnot. Also, these were built. I got these in the mail the other day. So here's your new 2021 so far microfighters. It's another AT-AT. Okay, it's another AT-AT. Winnie the Pooh set, excited. Matt Lego sounds really cool. Might be getting the Saturn V this week. Shop at home. Wow, nice. Good deal. So here's your AT-AT. I don't remember. I have to dig up the other ones, but I don't remember that tile or this slope having that print. The head's shaped a little different. The body's got more of these wedge plates on it, but for all intents and purposes, it's just another walker. There's not a whole lot to it because we've got a couple of these already. The big news, of course, is the Taunton, which is really cute. I really like this one. I like its little flippery hands that are just these little 1x1 handle pieces. It's very cute because you can kind of have them kind of hanging down there like that. The head is very cute. I'm going to turn this down a little bit because that's a little obnoxious. So this is the figure too, and I don't know about the printing. It's basically a Hoth shirt, right, with the Hoth helmet, which we've had already. But then it's got this like balaclava kind of head print, which I haven't seen before. And if we've seen it before, I don't remember what set it was. But it looks really cool with that helmet. So, and this is Luke, a fellow, I won't even say Tech Slugger, I don't think he's in Tech Slug, but a fellow Texas YouTuber, Josh Builds Stuff, did a review on these, so go check that out. His channel is Josh Builds Stuff. Luke comes with the binoculars and a lightsaber. Yeah, so it's, you know, it's got the little tuft of white fur there. That's pretty cool. So those are the microfighters that have come out this year. I've also got the Lambda class shuttle, which I'll build on a later stream. What's up, Andrea? Yes, you finally made it. Lunar Lander, yeah, they're both great sets. So it's good to have them both. I also got the pieces done for the newest design of mine. This is the Moldy Crow from Jedi Outcast. right? So this is like a new, like an Old Republic era ship that I think it's newer. I think it's Old Republic. It's between Old Republic and current Galactic Civil War. With my kit bashed Kyle Katarn in there. So I'm really excited about this one. There's a couple things that of note about this set. The base is some planet. I couldn't really find a good planet for them to be on, so it's some no-name like gray-brown, black-brown planet. This has an underside that's got a little bit of snot build, so I had to use this piece to get it onto the stand, right? So it kind of reverses it. It's pretty basic. I don't like the way there's a gap right here, but the original design had a Technic half pin coming out of a Technic brick that would then hold on to this piece, right? But because those Technic pins tend to be loose, this nose would spin and be all out of whack. So I settled for a gap to make sure that it's stable, right? So yeah, so there's that. So that's the Moldy Crow. Now, this is the only ship that Kyle Katarn will be in. What's up, AutoCat? The next ship in the series was the Night Raven or something like that, and I'm gonna have Jan Ors be that pilot because that's the other person in that game. That's the one that constantly pilots that ship for you. You don't actually pilot this ship. You're just, you know, you could, but you're a Jedi. So there you go. So I'm excited about that. I'm gonna put these over here, get them out of the way. If you have a suggestion for the next microfighter to build, you can visit my Rebrickable site, which is in the links, and if you know of a ship that's not listed, you can suggest that. I have a lot of them that I need to go through that I've already designed to get parts for, so I'm limited to the figures that I have, and I'll have to order figures for most of them or custom build them. So all right, so that's out of the way. Tan looks great on almost anything. Amazing as usual, thank you. Okay, so yeah, so we're here today to build this. This is the Medieval Blacksmith set. It is an ideas set that was cleared a little while ago, and let's see if I can get rid of these stickers without ripping the box too much. This one caught a little bit of flack. This was not a reissue, but it was on sale a while ago. And I had to wait for it to come back into stock. So as soon as that email came in from Lego, I'm like, yep, gonna get that one. So this one, I don't know if you noticed the background on the thumbnail for this video, but the background was the original design from the ideas set. And then this is basically what happens when the designers get a hold of it and turn it into a set that can be sold and marketed for mass market. I should do more animals. A Lego fox or a cat would be neat. Well, there's a lot of bags in here. So I'm not really good with animals. I do have an idea for, well, this is interesting. I never noticed this before. This bit of the box here, you can reseal it. It's got a little tab that you can reclose it back up if you wanted to. I'll probably end up keeping this box because I keep all my ideas boxes for some reason. All right, we got our instructions here. This is a several bag set. I do have another Star Wars animal. I have a Varactyl design that I think is up on Rebrickable. It's Boga. The name is Boga the Varactyl. It's the lizard, the bird lizard creature that Obi-Wan rides on Utapau the thing that goes brop, brop, right? And he runs after General Grievous on it. So I've got that designed. It's a little big. It's a little long. So it's probably bigger than the Bantha. But I still have it out there. So we've got 11 bags, 13 bags. Trying to get the bag sorted a little bit. Yeah, so this was, I still wanted it because it looked like a fun build, but it definitely was not the set that was originally done by the designer, and I'm wondering if they feel like they're okay with that. Like how much they were kind of like, well, I guess that's okay, but, and I'm sorry for all the crinkling. I wonder if they feel like their set was neutered. 14 bags. This will definitely not get done today. I would like bag number 1. There's bag number 1. So 8, 11, need 10, 9. R.I.P. your ears. Sorry. Is this 2 9s? No, that's a 6. 6. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. All right. Yes, I will be getting the Winnie the Pooh set. I think the Winnie the Pooh set, the Medieval set, and the Sesame Street set will look really good next to each other on a display. I mean, I'll be trying to get the Winnie the Pooh set. I just bought Kylo Ren's shuttle because I think I'm trying to get, without even really realizing it, I think I'm trying to get all the Knights of Ren. So I got Poe's X-Wing, I got the Night Buzzard. I just got the I just bought Kylo Ren's shuttle, and I've got a tech slug friend who has the Sith TIE Fighter. So I think that puts me 1 short, and I'm trying to remember where the other one is. So here's your instruction book. It's about yay thick. I'm sure there's some stories in here about Clemens Fiedler, 22 years old, from Hanover, Germany. Okay, so the dude who originally did this is 22 years old. Twice my age. Half my age. More than half my age. Kind of ridiculous. But savant Lego designer, ostensibly. Yeah, Michaela, actually, that's the one, Skull, Kyle, that she actually was on Discord saying, "This, I've got it for you, do you want it?" So I was like, yeah, next time you're up in Austin or I come down south for anything, I'll let you know, and we can meet up and I can grab it from you. I mean, buy it. She's not going to give it to me. Yeah, a lot of sand green in this one. It's going to be fun. The thing that the clones practically murder. The clones practically murder which? The Knights of Ren. Let's see. So this is about him. And then here's the Lego designers. So there's the original designer, and then here are the Lego designers, so you can read about them. And then you can read about other blacksmith sets through the years, starting in 1984, going up through this set in 2021. A little history. And it gives you instructions on how to use a brick separator. And we're off. So here you go, bag one. We're underway. So I may not be talking as much. I'm going to try to maybe just let the music go a little bit. So if you guys want to... All right, Lego Geek, take care. See you Wednesday. I don't know what's on Wednesday, but... All right. Have a good day. I've got like some swollen lymph node or something under my jaw that's going up into my ear. And I thought it would be all right after a couple days, but it's not. Our cedar and mold is very high right now, so I think I've just got an allergic reaction. But I may be talking a little less, or at least a little less forcibly. I like how they bothered to give him a face, even though he's going to be covered up with a beard. Let's make him a happy guy. It's a lot of hair. It's a great look. Oh, and you get an extra beard. You get an extra piece. I can already tell. So that's cool. You get some more orange hair, you can have a whole other character. Oh, and that's a really nice dog. I haven't seen that dog before. Got kind of the dual print, or the multi-toned print. Nice little husky. All right, Kyle. We'll be back. The music is very nice. I'm all right. If it got a little more Transformer sex than this, I might have to turn it off, but... Alright, I already know that's going to be an extra piece. Yeah, so I don't know how long it'll take me to do this one, but I'd like to get to the Imperial Shuttle, because the Imperial Shuttle has a figure that I want to use for my Microfighter Imperial Shuttle. Did I do that wrong? Nope. Okay. Oh, did you complain? Did you tell him, hey, it was marked as this? Even normal price, I think it's still worth it. It's still a fun set to build. There's a lot going on in that first step there. Yeah, these are nice pieces. I like the dark tan and the sand green. That's not really sand green, it's like olive green. This is sand green, right? And then this is like an olive green. It's a good combination of pieces. And then the nougat, that's really cool. It's a good mix of stuff. Yeah, that's why I haven't. I mean, the Porsche was... I'm trying to remember if the Porsche was that much. How many pieces was that? I think the Porsche was like 120. But yeah, I do want that Ecto 1, but I'm the same way as you. I'm like, I don't know if I can do that. Especially since I just got Porsche Medieval Shuttle, 2 shuttles. I probably need to take a break. I think I'm just gonna have to miss out on the Ecto 1. Nougat, you're right, Andrea. Nougat's a rare color unless it's figures, and then it's all over the place. It's hair, it's arms, it's all kinds of like accessories and fruits and stuff. What's up, Travis? Good morning. How are you? Oh, do I have a big piece somewhere? Oh yeah, I do. Okay. So up next on my Instagram feed will probably be the Moldy Crow and then the Lambda Shuttle, because I don't think I've posted them yet. And then I need to start parting out the next microfighter, which I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Got a nice turquoise brick separator this time. The instructions make this sand green look like turquoise. It's kind of distracting. Also I still have so much to sort. I really need to get back into sorting more. Oh, whoops. You get into that point when you're sorting where you're butting up against the maximum capacity of all your stuff. So you're like, well, do I reorganize or do I just buy more bins or what? What's up, Scott D. Bricks? How you doing? Good morning to you. Thanks for dropping by, saying hello. Happy Sunday morning. Or, yeah, I guess it would be if you're saying good morning. What's up, Alyssa? Thanks for being here. Good morning to you. So at the top of the hour, at the beginning of the show, I went back and showed everybody the Porsche and the microfighters, the new microfighters, as well as my microfighter. So make sure to go back and give that a watch to see all those cool things. And now we are doing the Medieval Blacksmith. You know what I'd really like to see? A modern blacksmith. They should have a set called Modern Blacksmith. Have a dude with printed arms. Have all tattoos all the way down his arms. Still has a big beard. He's got printed tattoo arms and a Misfits shirt. And they're making electrically charged halberds or something like that. That would be fun. Yeah, do you think Lego has anything against tattoos? Do you think they would do a tattooed minifig at all? The Forger set. Yeah, there you go. There's a show on, I remember it's Amazon Prime or something, where it's one of these series where it's a competition show, but I think it's called The Forgers or something. It's just a bunch of blacksmiths and the challenge is to make really obnoxiously overpowered or fun-looking weapons. You know, giant blades and machines that do stuff, and it looks like a lot of fun. Kind of want to watch it. My mom still doesn't know about my tattoos. Yeah, I've got, I mean, other than these, you can see all those, which I got recently. I only got these a couple years ago. I have I have a tattoo on my back that was a piece of art that I had done when I was trying to draw. I was just starting to get into like drawing comic books. And I thought, well, I'm also going to try to write a science fiction novel. But because I'm a visual person, I like drew out all the characters for this science fiction novel. There's a nice piece for you. Nice nougat, like half circle plate. So I sketched out the main character, or the main like antagonist characters. Oh, some 3x3 circle tiles in nougat. Look at that. You get 2 of these. They look like wafers. Like cookie wafers. So it was this picture of like an alien cat person, and it had big swept back ears, right? Like huge lynx style ears, and tiger stripes. And in the picture, it's an adult holding a child cat person and kind of looking over his shoulder, and the cat person's kind of, the baby one's looking this way. So I had that tattooed on my back, and I thought it was a cool looking tattoo at the time. But it's one of those, you know, you're that age and you're like, it's a wolf. I want to get a wolf tattoo. So I didn't tell my parents because I was just 18. And then we would go water skiing a lot up in Colorado. And I went with my dad, and, you know, you're getting ready to go water ski, take your shirt off, get the life jacket on. And I'll never forget it. He goes, "What is that on your back?" And I said, "A lot of hair. Thank you very much." Right? Because I'm very hairy. And he just kind of went, "Okay." And that was it. Never spoke about it again. Fast forward to about a year ago, and I went with my daughter to get her first tattoo, which was fun. Went to this old place by her school where she goes to college, and she just got she got a constellation of Orion on the outside of her calf shin. This story gave me anxiety. You're back. I'm watching Murder Among the Mormons. That's on our list. Beth is a huge true crime person, so anytime one comes on like that, she's true crime, and she's like big into the people who've like escaped cults. So what I like about this set so far is that you don't have we've got a couple base plates, right? But they aren't like the big 32 by 32 and you just build right on top of it. It's got this nice outline. I think that's very cool. So yeah, once I get my second shot, which should be any time now, for my birthday this year, I'm gonna get either here or up here, which is gonna be weird because that's in a crease. But this is a little farther up, and I don't know how far up I want to go. Maybe I'll do it out here. But I'm gonna get the Metroid Screw Attack and a Dragon Ball. So I'm gonna try to keep them circular and then see how many I can cover with just circular items. I also thought of doing like a circular version of like a Flogging Molly symbol, some other stuff. I cannot wait till we can get these shots. So I'm gonna go get my ink. Yeah, you should. We should get another collaborative stream going, and you can share your story. I'll have Beth join us. She would be fascinated. I mean, leaving Catholicism's probably not quite the same because I just went, I don't want to go to church anymore, and my parents were like, okay. It's not like I fled in danger or anything, or was shunned by my community. This story gave me anxiety. So, Alyssa, the other part of that story was, because I'm basically a Wookiee, I went to get the tattoo, and I was talking to this girl that I worked with at the time, who was managing the store that I was working at, which I was working, and she said, "Oh, my boyfriend has worked at a tattoo parlor, and he's trying to start up his own business. So he's bought all his own inks, and he's trying out these new inks that should last longer and they don't fade as fast. But he'd like to try them out on a few people before he like officially opens it up." And I was like, "Well, I was looking at actually getting a tattoo at some point, so I'd be willing to do a test run with it." And it turned out okay. Uh-oh. Did I mess up? How can you tell the difference between... Oh, I guess you can over here. So I said, yeah, I'll give it a shot. So I go over to these people's house, and I go to take my shirt off, and I was like, now I'm going to warn you. Oh, this is going to drive me crazy. These are all slightly different colors. I don't know if you can tell that, but these two greens are slightly different. And I can't tell from... It's going to drive me nuts which one goes where. Although it really doesn't matter, just put some green on here. So I told the guy, I was like, now I'm a little hairy, so you're probably going to have to shave a little bit. And he's like, yeah, that's fine. So... Oh, and this one I think goes in between here. Like that. It's not clear, people. But as soon as I take my shirt off, he's like, honey, we need the razor. And I'm like, ugh. I mean, you're going to need a razor anyway. People that actually do that on arms, they'll shave whatever little bit you need on your arms. But he thought he was going to get away with it with a little straight razor. But he's like, I need the clippers. I'm like, oh, thanks. Thanks for making me feel like a monster. All right, I think I got that sorted. That was complicated, yo. All right, nice little footprint coming together. And so far, it's turned out a really nice tattoo. It really hasn't faded a whole lot. I mean, it has faded because I got it 28, 38, 48, 30 years ago. But it's also on my back, and I hardly ever have my shirt off, so it never sees any sun. Nice in a medieval mock. Yeah, it would. Like, if you wanted to do a little more to it, like if you just copied kind of the look of the grounds around it and emulated that into like an inn or an animal husbandry area or a stable, or you know, pick one of any number of things that you could do. It would look really nice. Good tones, good colors. Kind of excited to get this going. So for those who listen to the podcast, I'm editing the podcast. I was editing right before I did this, and so as soon as this is done, I'm going to go back to editing it because we're releasing it tomorrow. So it'll be episode 6, and it'll release at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. We're a week behind, but we did have that power outage weather problem thing a couple weeks ago that kind of messed everything up. Jerry, hola, how's it going? Yeah, they could do a few, like if they did it this style and they just did different buildings, they honestly could make a killing. of this. Castles, medieval stuff. They could do like they could do a whole Renaissance fair kind of thing where you'd have restaurants, you could have a jousting thing, you could have a stage with different performers, all kinds of places to buy stuff, swords. You can have like, I mean, the smithy, you can get the weapons and stuff, but there's also like just the people who sell them. Clothing stores, all kinds of stuff. I agree. I think it would behoove them to vest interest in this. There's number 1 of 3 of these big plates. These, what are these? 16 by 16 plates. Make sure that's on there nice. Yeah, it has been a bit, Jerry. I hope you're doing well. Thanks for coming by on Twitch. Hope things are going well for you. Happy Sunday. And that's just a nice layout. I mean, that's just, you know, with the little blister sides there to kind of give it a little bit. Nice color. Really enjoying that. I'm still floored at these big 3x3 round tiles. Those are just sexy. I don't know what I would do with any of them in that color, personally, but it looks nice. Is this my first castle? Well, yes. I never bought... and this isn't a mock. This is an actual set. This is the actual set, so it's not mine. But yes, this is, I'm trying to remember. I did have some smaller sets, like you'd get a knight with a horse and a catapult, or you'd get, what are those, the scorpions, or whatever they're called, the giant crossbows. It's like a baluster or something like that, ballista. I got a couple of those smaller sets, but I never had a big castle set. I never had an official castle. So this will be my first. Oh, more leaves. Where do all the leaves go? Cantina, Blacksmith, 3x1 Pirate, high on my list. Yep. Oh, the first medieval set. Yes. You're really selling me on this. Yeah, the 300. Actually, I want to get the next one. I want to get is the 3-in-1 or the Creator mech. That looked really cool. Like I think I want to get that one. That looked fun. Just going around the horn here, putting all this stuff on. Yeah, and if you, I know this was expensive, but I have a feeling given all the parts, like if you just got this set, you could probably, and given a few other bricks, like if you substituted some of these sand green masonry bricks or profile bricks with the dark reds or the nougats or the tans, like you could do other types of medieval things to kind of attach to this. Modular bookshop, cool. Double points, yeah. Depending on how the Creator Castle turns out, might be worth picking up with a pair of this. Agreed. Yeah, so other than those small sets, this is the only... I never got that big yellow castle. I was, honestly, just straight space. I didn't get a whole lot of city stuff. Pirates, ships, any of that. I just really like, you know... I was a big space nerd when I was a kid. Wanted to join the space program. Uh-oh, man down. Wanted to go in the Air Force and be an astronaut. So, all things space. I'm a little upset that I missed out on classic space. by a few years. There were still pieces around, like friends who had Legos. You could still get some of the pieces, but I think it was just too old to get the actual sets, because Futron was out by that point. So that's what I was focusing on. All right. All right. All right. All right. 3-in-1 castle set. Ooh. See, and that's one of those things where you buy 3 of them and then you build all 3 of them. And then attach them all together. There's nice levels going on here with these pieces. Nope, goes right there. Decent amount of classic and space, or classic, space, and castle. I wish I still had some of the boxes. So I had every Futron set and every Blacktron 2. My brother had all the Blacktron sets. And all the Space Police and all the Amtrons and Ice Planet 2000 sets and Space Police 2 and Spirius and Explorians and UFO. And I think I stopped somewhere along the way when I started getting into college. And when I moved to Texas, I had to pack up clothes and drive down that week because I had to like start a new job that day. So I asked my dad and my brother, I was like, look, I'm sorry, but I have to move. Could you just put, I packed up my apartment as best I could, which honestly, I kind of ditched it. And I told my dad and my brother, I was like, would it be possible for you to help me by putting most of this stuff in storage? And then I will come back up in a month or so when I'm able to get back out of work and go through all that and figure out what I can throw away and what I can, So my dad and my brother were calling me like every couple minutes going, do you need this? Do you need this? I'm like, no, throw that away. No, throw that away. And so at one point, I think my dad got a little like anxious about it because he's like, I'm not going to call him with every little thing. If he wanted it, he would have taken it. So he goes into this closet where I had all my flattened boxes. Good morning, Bethy B. You're up. Oh, good. Good morning. So I had a closet full of the flattened boxes from all my sets and a big stack of all the instructions with like a clip around them, right? And they were all just piled up in my closet. And I was going to keep them. And so my dad, and I still had all the sets somewhere. They were in a tub somewhere. And he calls up and says, now we're done. I did this and this and this. I'm like, okay, great. He says, now there was like a bunch of empty boxes in your closet, so I just got rid of those. And I was just like, oh my God, really? And you can't hate on somebody for sticking it out and doing something for you like that, like packing up your apartment when you're not there. But at the same time, I'm like, oh, that's the only thing I really wanted. And if it was, I should have taken it. Or I should have said something, but I totally didn't. So, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, I don't normally keep boxes, but I know some people like having the boxes, so. But I mean, I had like a monorail box, an original box. Space Police CMF yesterday, nice. What do I think of the new video line? So I don't think too much of it. I think it's a 2-year-old attempt to try to be TikTok. And Lego has always done this, for good or for ill. They've always tried to get on a latest trend kind of thing. Alternate reality stuff, and it just doesn't seem like it's timed well. So whether or not, well, that's weird. How does that fit in there? I guess that's supposed to be like a pile of coal. I think that's a pile of coal right there. Can't really see because of the light, but it's a bunch of tiles. Yeah, and this is probably the forge. And here's your extra bits. There's a lot of extra bits. So I won't probably partake in any of that. There's the augmented reality. They tried to do augmented reality a few times, and there's been stabs of it along the way, including Hidden Side and some other stuff. But what I like about this a little more is they're combining things that people like. They like the figures, right? They're gonna buy these for the figures. That's all they're gonna do. The thing that's different about this is now you can put yourself in the augmented reality and make little videos. And they're trying to make them these like short, clippy TikTok stories, whatever, short form video bits. Which I get, you know, they're probably like a year ago, they're like, we need to capitalize on this because this is what the kids are doing. And I think the problem with a giant company like Lego is that because it takes so long, it's like me knowing what poggers means, right? By the time I know about it and use it with one of my friends on Facebook, it's dead. So I think the figures, for the most part, look really cool. I'm not a figure person. The only reason I need minifigures of Star Wars is to complete, and this is just the past couple of years, is to complete my micro fighters. The problem that I have with the video line is that I think they are pricing things a little weird. Like, you're gonna get this box that's the same across the board. And why is my focus all out of whack here? There we go. As soon as I try to focus on something else. Hey Beth, look at the puppers. Look at the little wolfhound. Isn't he cute? I'll buy a bunch of these for you. That box that it comes in with the big clear piece and the foldy bits, that piece alone I think is going to make a lot of people want the sets. That and the figures, because you could do a lot in modulars with a big clear piece. I think the packaging has blown up the price a little too much for a company that was just like, hey, we're going to make all our plants out of plant-based material. And I still am waiting for we're going to have all our bags be biodegradable instead of just mainly plastic recyclable. I think they could go a long way with environmental people and the community if they would stop doing some packaging the way they do. And I get the little boxes are to try to keep people from feeling the bags and, you know, that kind of thing, which I don't understand. Let people feel the bags. Get the things they want. because then there's people like us who are just like, you hear that if you buy a whole box, you're guaranteed. You buy, you know, the box at the store comes in 2 rows of stacked boxes, and one row is going to have all the figures, and then the other row is going to be a mix. Like, you don't know. Of course, that's the rumor, and so now everybody's out there just buying entire boxes of it. And I think the idea, I don't know if Lego thinks this way, where they think, well, the AFOLs are just going to go out there and buy all the boxes. Versus, you know, these are great for kids to buy one of and just play with. You know, you're going to make it exciting for them by saying, like Pokemon, you got to get them all so you can have more things to do, and each figure unlocks different things. But I don't think like a little kid's going to get more than a couple. So the majority of the sales are going to be AFOLs buying entire boxes of them, which artificially inflates the market, you know. I missed a whole thing, I think. Yeah. I opened up this bag and then I didn't do anything with it. I just went to the next page. So, I mean, I have, you know, I think it's a good attempt to kind of get more people who may not be interested in Lego itself, like for the building aspects of it, to kind of do something with it, be more interactive, be a little more completist and that kind of thing. But I don't know. And some of the minifigures are great. There's the one-eyed girl with the guitar. That one looks really slick. Let me move this over so you can see this being built. Sort of the whole point. But it's hard to please like a giant population of people who like this. I mean, it is from $2 to $99 or whatever, and it's hard to please everybody within that range. So, I mean, they're doing what they can to get market share, and it's a big, I don't want to say it's a money grab, but they're a company, and they want to make money doing this. They also want to please people by doing this thing, but in the end, they've got to try to stay relevant and make some money off of it. So, You bought a box, put the extras on eBay, and made all the money back already. Really? You got like 20 boxes to get one minifig. And that's the thing that I never got into with the CMFs in general, like the series of CMFs where you need to spend, you know, unless you're really good at filling the bags. So you got a little table and a little bit of, I won't say cargo, but it's you know, I'm guessing smelt. Those are probably like literal ingots, right? You've got your coal over here and some ingots here. So the pieces are called ingots, and they are portraying actual ingots. That's going to be my guess. That's very cool. That's one thing I didn't like about the CMFs. Like if you buy a Star Wars set and you want it because of that figure, at least you're going to get that figure. If you're buying a box of CMFs all in different bags, you don't know if you're going to get that figure or not. And if all you really want is that figure, it's kind of like, let me just buy the dang figure. And you can, it becomes a little more cost prohibitive to do that. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of bought the new shuttle, the new Lambda class shuttle, to get the pilot, because I need that guy, right? I need that guy for this. So here's your microfighter of it. This guy's he was bookmarked for another microfighter, and he's like an Imperial officer. He's not a shuttle pilot. So I'm trying to keep true to the figure. Hi, good morning.
Great. Just want to say hi.
Did you see the puppers?
Aww.
Isn't he cute?
He is.
Yeah. Did you see they made me into a blacksmith? Not nearly as bearded as that gentleman, but...
Oh, goodness. I'm going to get the toys ready to put outside, and then I'm going to put this outside because the lady's coming to get it today.
Okay, and then a shipped order?
Yeah, just let me know what we need, and I'll get it when we're done.
Okay.
Well, inside looking for our lives.
Yeah, we got to order some groceries today. Depends on what they drop. I like to assume I'm gonna. Yeah, I think the. I mean, the CMF line has hit a really. It's been going for a while. People really like the minifigs, but I'm getting to the point where I found an Etsy site where I could get a Thrawn figure for $4, and it's like, do I really need for what I'm using it for? If I'm building a microfighter of a Dreadnought class cruiser, I'm not even going to build the Chimera, the Star Destroyer, because it's too hard to tell a Star Destroyer apart as it is. And the only difference with the Chimera is that it's got like a print, it's got like a bird print or a beast, a Chimera print on the underside of it, at the paint job. And I don't know that I'm going to be able to do that in this size, right? So there was another ship, the Dreadnought class cruiser, and I think early on in Thrawn's career, that was one of his picket fleet ships. So I thought, well, that would be a good one to do. But the figure itself is like $60 something going for right now. And I'm like, I'm okay with like $20 per figure, especially if it's a custom made figure, you know, like Big Kid Bricks or what's the Fire Toys or whatever out of the UK. Those are fine because people put work into the printing and the stickering and all that kind of stuff. They have to buy the parts as it is, and they're usually pretty good, or they're usually legit Lego pieces. They're not like 3D printed or something like that. So that I'm okay with. What I'm not okay with is because light brick, because the figure only came in one set. What's up, Jeff? They're super expensive. So I don't mind, you know, buying one off Etsy as long as because it looks like it's all legit Lego pieces. They're just doing different prints. Did I miss a step with another? No? Guess not. I guess that just goes there. Oh, it goes around the whole thing. Yeah, so I'm tempted to get that. Because I'm not a collector. I'm not going to resell this. I don't have a shop. I just want it to look good in the little thing that I'm building. Why do you think Thrawn figures will be plentiful in the next year or two? Do you think there's more sets coming out? I mean, there's a lot of Thrawn books out lately, but I don't know if they're going to be... You ready? Ready, everybody? Oh. Look away from the camera. Whoa, 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 whoa. And I'm guessing that lights up the forge, right? I cannot find my GA Thrawn, so I cannot send it. Yeah, you tease. I still am kind of pissed that you've got a Revan. Not pissed. I just that I don't have it. I don't even have anything I would put him in. I think I've got somebody else's design for a Ebon Hawk that I'd put him in, but their design for the Ebon Hawk is like huge. It's like a 200-piece microfighter, and I'm like, I think I could clip that down a little bit, so I may redesign it. But that's the only thing I would use him for, other than to have it. And there's a bunch other, like, Old Republic figures that I want because I've made a ship for it. That I'm going to have to either kit bash based off figures that I have, or I'm going to have to... here's a song I'm going to skip. There we go. That's better. Where was I? Oh, that I'm going to have to just get ordered. Because they don't, they're barely in the public sphere as it is, but now that there's, the canon is not canon and they've changed everything, it's kind of like, who wants a real weird, who wants Cade Skywalker as a Lego figure? Nobody. Who wants Kyle Katarn as a Lego figure? Just weird old dudes like me. Yeah, Thrawn and Ahsoka series. Well, she did ask, she's, Bo-Katan actually asked where Thrawn was. I think she did, right? I think both Ahsoka and Bo-Katan did. I think they're both looking for him. I want Kyle. Did you see my Kyle? Jeff, I'll take him out of this. So, my Kyle, so you know, is a Hoth Trooper torso. Hoth Trooper torso. A Cassian Andor head and hair. And then just, I took the tan arms from a Gungan and the brown hands from something else, and then just brown pants are everywhere. So that's Kyle Katarn. There's a really good, I think Firestarter something toys does a really good one with like the printed shoulder pad, and the printed torso is really good. Still attempted to build the world's largest Farm Boy Luke army. Yeah, because those figures, they don't, you can get those anywhere. A million Farm Boy Lukes in circulation. Okay, lost my train of thought. There we go. Nice. Okay. So the next one I want to get, I think will probably be, that's a good idea. I think I want to try that one next. There's a, there's a character in the Clone Wars named Trench that is a spider person, and he really wasn't, you couldn't make him unless you like 3D printed a headpiece or built it out of clay or putty or something like that. But recently one of the CMFs was a spider head, so now you can do that. Now you can get that. So I think that's going to be the next one, and he's going to have like a I forget what it's a CIS cruiser. It's like a Providence class CIS cruiser or something. So that's going to be a fun one to do. But you still have to like figure out the body type and everything. Hoth Luke is supposed to be good. I'm likely grabbing next week when March 15th promo drops. The Hoth Luke from the Microfighters. This dude, I don't know if you were here earlier on. The dude that came with this, he is cool. He's got that printed balaclava. I don't know what that's called, the head sock, right? And then he's got a kind of a cool Hoth print for legs and a torso. There we go. The helmet's just a regular helmet. It's a Hoth helmet, but it's a very cool figure. I like it. And I like AT-AT pilots anyway. I think AT-AT pilots are cool. So yeah, but it's just another AT-AT pilot. Probably already have one. Those are fun. I've been working on a Koran Horns X-Wing, but it's a pain. I can't nail the coloring. I don't recognize that character. Koran Horn. I'm gonna have to look that up. When I'm done doing this and then streaming and editing our podcast, and I'm trying to think of what other thing I'm doing right now. I'm parting out a classic space themed snow speeder, because our next theme is spaceships for our lug, and I have these two guys as seed parts, and I thought, well, I'm going to build a spaceship, but what spaceship would be good to build with two figures? And I thought about the back-to-back, you know, you're sitting in a snow speeder or a speeder, and I thought, you know, they're wearing the orange flight suits and everything, so I put it into Studio and I just replaced all the colors, and now I'm going through and seeing if I have all the parts for them, which I've got most of them. I don't think I have to order any, and if I don't, I'm just gonna, you know, I'm making it up as I go, so it doesn't really matter. But that's gonna be cool looking. It looks really cool in Studio. Like I finished it all up. I'm like, oh man, that looks neat. I like it. All right, so we're going to cover this area now with what looks like a lot of trans pieces. He's a legacy blah 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 Corellian Jedi from former Rogue Squadron member and Corsic detective. Oh, was he in like the Corellian trilogy books, like the old Corellian trilogy books? Or is he from something else? Because as soon as you said that, I'm like, oh, that does sound familiar. Or was he in like some weird source book gaming thing? Because I tell you what, if there's a ship that goes along with him, I will make it. I keep seeing these. If you guys aren't aware, and I'm sure Jeff probably is, maybe Scott. I'm trying to think of like the Star Wars fans in the group. There's a channel called, the guy's name is E.C. Henry, and he does designs and 3D generated designs of Star Wars ships. But what he does is finds these obscure, at least not always, he's got other content, but he gets these obscure on-screen kit bash ships that nobody talks about because they are basically background noise. They just put them back there to have it more interesting to look at in the movie. And Rogue Squadron books. Those I'd never read those books. Those are some of the books I've never read. I played the game, but that whole series just like I missed the first one, and I think it was a series, like a bunch of them, so I never kind of got into it after that. But I'm excited for the movie. I think we'll see. But yeah, so he does these weird ships that like it's a Corellian Corvette, but it's got this giant engine block. Like they had an original build of it, and then they had a bigger build of it, but they lost either half of it, so they smushed these two together, and now it's a new ship, and they throw it in the background while the focus is on the Nebulon B frigate or the like Liberty One or something like that in the foreground, so you never really see them. But he makes these really nice renders of it, and then he's got some fly arounds sometimes, and he's got a story behind it, like how it was made and who used it. Doop, doop. Got a little sword there that's being made. It's very cool, and so I keep adding these to my list. Yeah, it's 12 books, and I figured it was just Top Gun in space. But I like pilot books. I mean, I'm loving the Alphabet Squadron books. I just got the third one the other day. So check it out, E.C. Henry, and then I think Howard Day is another one where he and E.C. Henry and then one other guy work together, and they make these videos of fly-arounds, and just, it's beautiful stuff. I just would watch 2 hours of that nonsense. I just like the ships, which made me a little sad that Squadrons wasn't a better game. Like, I was really looking forward to it, but I got burned out on it, like, in a couple weeks. I'm like, why am I still playing this? It just seems like, well, I've done everything in here now. The missions weren't that great. You know, the story was okay, but at the same time, I'm like kind of bored. There's your bellows cramp. That's pretty cool. A little Lego built bellows cramp. Oh, and it goes into, oh, get it? That's super cool. So when you blow in the, use the bellows cramp to, that's some slick design, man. That's cool. Yeah, it's very cool. And the great thing is, like, he gets another guy to render inside. So you get the outside of the ship, and you know it's got to spin around or a fly around. And then somebody else renders the inside of the ship. So, like, one of them he did recently. Yes, ma'am?
So nobody else takes it?
Yeah, sure.
Does that work?
Yeah.
I just worry that someone's going to be like,
Did you put it at the end of the driveway, or?
I put it on the side.
Okay.
So that way only people who come...
I don't think anyone's just going to come up, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Who knows? See, this is cool. Look at this. It's a bellows cramp. Oh, she just walked away when I'm talking
what?
about it.
I'm sorry.
No, it's
No. It's
just Lego.
What?
It's a little, but when you blow on it, it fires up the forge.
Oh, cool.
Isn't that cool?
Neat.
Yeah. Sorry.
That's amazing, Ben.
It's so the best thing ever, Beth. It's hard to get her excited about Lego sometimes. I'm like, look at this thing. She's like, mm-hmm. I'm excited because you're excited.
The other toys, so that way people don't think it's out there with the toys.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Yeah, between that channel and oh, this is interesting. It's kind of a cool. You can see that. I don't know why I think that's cool, but it's like a little tower or something that was there before, and now it's not. This corner, it's kind of cool. Space Dock is another one. They talk a lot about specific ships in general. They also have their own audio drama called The Sojourn, and it's about, you know, it's about a crew of a spaceship that, you know, are doing stuff. It's very cool. I'll tell her you said hi. She's outside. Turn. Do 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 do. I was watching Brixie's channel the other day because he went live and he was building something. He's another one of those channels that's like, how do you have 20,000 subscribers? You know. Tucker says hi.
Hi, Tucker. God, I haven't seen people in forever.
I know, I hate it.
Is he vaccinated yet?
Yeah, Tucker, did you get your shots? Any of your shots yet? If not, we can set you up. Cheryl will go crazy getting you a place and time if you qualify. That's all she's been doing lately. She's been getting everybody in our neighborhood and the band parents and stuff like that to get their shots. You don't qualify. Come on, man. Eat a donut. Get yourself into 1B. Are you just too young and too skinny? Is that what it is? So Brixie is one of those people, and I wish Glenn was on here so I could badmouth him a little bit, to where I do not know how. It just seems like they don't even eat or pay rent or anything. It's like, how do you have all that? How can you afford that much Lego, like, all the time? And I get it, if you're an RFLM or whatever, I understand. This is pretty cool, stack of logs. I like that a lot. You get a lot of these for free so you can review them. So you got your logs sitting outside. It's pretty hip. But not everybody's like that, you know, and a lot of people will buy their own stuff. And it's like, I feel like I've been going on kind of a tear buying stuff lately, and I feel like that can't be sustained. And I make okay money doing my job, but I know not everybody does. It's just, I don't know. And it's a weird thing that nobody's going to talk about either. He's a flipper. Oh, okay. Say no more. I think I would probably be an okay flipper, but I think because I realize that when I'm not doing my job and I'm not having to do stuff around the house like chores and upkeep and hanging out with my kids and seeing my family and stuff, that just organizing and sorting and building and parting out and going on Bricklink and looking for the best prices and stuff like that, that really makes my brain happy, you know, and I feel like I'm not working very hard at it. You know, it's not a struggle to do that. To be able to turn that into something where I could do that all the time is the trick. And I think initially, though, I'd have to give up a lot to be able to do that. So kudos to anybody who can do that. That's a nice look right there, man, with these new slope pieces. It's pretty cool. I wish black showed up better in this light. I feel like every time I want to show something, the black never shows up. Mm-hmm. Well, and that's the other thing is I would have to, anybody who does this would have to research how to conduct business like that, how to register yourself, how to file taxes, how to just be a good business person. And I would rather do the physical work of this than, you know, oh, it's, you know, got to do my quarterly taxes again, that kind of thing. But I don't know. There's your pieces. I guess that's the trade-off. If you want to be able to do that like he does, then you gotta play the game. All right, what time is it? 11:20. Let's go till noon. Get one more bag in, maybe. This is looking nice so far. That's what I got so far. I got that outside area with the tree. Looks like a tree grew through it. Got some logs. Got our forge going. You can blow on the bellows cramp and it lights up the forge. That's pretty cool. And then I don't know what that is. It looks like an axe grinding wheel. Right, a grinding wheel. Some coal, some ingots. Table, workshop table right there. Have a product, provide a service, and have an impact on your target audience. That's the truth. That's what you got to do. And I guess since he doesn't have a product, I guess the product would be like membership, and you get stuff with membership, and the service is the entertainment of watching. And yeah, online all the time. I mean, I feel like twice a week for me is pretty good, but I realize it's not every day. And he's not in a LAN. Yeah, that's the thing about LANs, though. The LAN isn't there to provide you with stuff. It's there to provide you should be, if you're in the LAN, that's you providing a link between the community and Lego. So I can see people abusing that, but I think that's not really what it's set up for. Did you know? Did you know, Mang? All right, do that twice. Oh yeah, I could not do 6 days a week. I had the lady that we did our stream with last week, that Kyle Skull Asylum Bricks and I did last week. She's gonna do another one Tuesday, and I was like, at first I was kind of like, I don't know if I want to do that because I just did the one with you on Friday. Doing this today, doing another one Tuesday. I'm like, oh, I've got to like have a night where I like can do dishes, you know, where I can like do stuff around the house. But at the same time, I'm like, I've got to be able to be on a little more. Question, do you open and build every Lego you buy, or do you have a few that you keep sealed? I am not. That's a good question. Oh, Zenny Like Hell? Zen Like Hell. The only set that I still have closed is this one. This is the only one that I still have, and I nearly opened this up the other day because I had nothing else to do on the stream, I felt, and I almost opened that. I actually have a couple more San Diego Comic-Con ones that my friend Tucker got me, thank you very much, and then a signed box of the little rocket ship ride. Those are the only sets that I still have closed. Everything else I open up and build. Just saying, mine was the funnest. Yeah, yours was pretty good. And I really liked talking to Dan. I liked hearing his tales about the New Zealand lug. That was really cool. Like, there was some stuff he was talking about I had no idea that had gone down. I feel like no matter how far along I get in the Lego community, there's always more to learn from people and from stories. It's always kind of there. And then again, there's sometimes too, like I feel there's things that I don't want to know either. Like something will happen and I'll be like, I don't want to be a part of whatever just happened. I'm just going to be ignorant about that. I will remain ignorant. Yeah, let me know. I may be doing something Friday. We usually try to do movies with our friends online Friday or Saturday night. So I don't mean to say if I've got nothing else to do, but I also want to make sure that I keep in touch with all the other people that I haven't seen in forever. It's weird because I've got the people that I know in the lug that I would consider friends in the lug, but they don't watch my channel. One or two of them do, Glenn and James. And then there's this group of people that I have met through this online, but aren't in my lug, and I probably will never meet in real life. And then there are my in real life friends that we go to breweries and concerts and karaoke and stuff that don't watch and don't collect Lego. So there's these groups. Oh, that was a lot. I hope I didn't miss any. But each one has their own thing. Like, I know my friends are a large group of my friends would probably like this set because it is Ren Fair material, and they're all big Ren Fair people. My friend Tom is at the Texas Renaissance Festival and at Sherwood. He is M Productions. Hey, how's it going? He dresses as Jon Snow, and he's a very good designer, leather maker. for his costume. He's got several different iterations of Jon Snow, and because his costume is so good, they just went at Ren Fair. They call him Jon Snow, or they call him Tom Snow. But and his wife dresses as Sansa and Ygritte. All of our friends dress as different characters from Game of Thrones and other things, and it's a lot of fun. And as much as I like going to Ren Fair, I don't dress. I don't cosplay very well, but I get kind of sad about it because I'm like, man, I'd like to be able to dress up. But then it's like the thing with Brixie. It's kind of like, well, then do it. There's nothing stopping you from doing it. You just gotta put in the time. Do I have any coffee left? Yeah. This is some good 80s music right here, yo. It's like the theme song to Street Hawk. So what's your topic going to be this Friday, Jeff? Maybe I'll get Beth to join if it's another mental health topic. I've got a friend set she can build while we talk, and then I can build the shuttle. Well, now that's really kind of subtle, so I don't know if you can see this, but there's these cheese wedges right here, and then the sub-assemblies have the ingots that rest right in on top of those cheese wedges. I mean, that's... Somebody found that as a technique and just went, I'm going to do that. That's pretty cool. It does make it look like, you know, anchored pillars. It's a very good look. Wish that would focus a little better. I think we're just going to BS. All right, cool. Yeah, if it changes, let me know. I tried to get her in last week, but I think she was too tired or had a headache or something. But she is a social worker. Times 3. In the front. Oh, fan contest and how it helps the community. That's cool. I was thinking of doing another contest, but I don't really have a milestone for one at the moment. I'm at 280 something subscribers. Guess I could do a Twitch one. On the DL, I am not supposed to be doing simultaneous streams too, and I'm probably just gonna get banned for this right now, but I'm not supposed to be doing YouTube/Twitch at the same time. Once you make affiliate on Twitch, you're supposed to only do Twitch, but I'm kind of a small deal, so if they want to, you know, come after me for that and say, I'm sorry, you can't do that, I'm going to be like, okay, I'll stop, you know. Neither, I'm too far away from 1,000 subscribers on YouTube to monetize anything, and I almost get 0 views on Twitch, so the idea of not being able to do one or the other does not impact me at all. I'm kind of like, okay. I'm gonna get another one of those guys. Let's go in order, shall we? Get this done first. Oh man, when did I miss that? Right about there. I knew I was gonna miss something. Okay. All right, that. This is kind of reminding me of old school building where here's 20 pieces. You gotta, I mean, they've got the nice outlines and the instructions, but you're still like, okay, did I get everything? So, I know I was invited to do this thing on Tuesday. I don't know if I'm going to do it. I may be kind of last minute because a friend of ours was in the hospital a couple times. She had some surgeries and then she had a kind of an emergency situation because of one of the surgeries. And did I miss more? I am just not doing this right here. She sent out a thing on Facebook and a couple other places that was like, look, I don't need really anything, and please, thank you for your kind wishes, but if you really wanted to do something, donate blood, because she got a transfusion and used quite a bit of blood in these transfusions. So she's like, if you're able to, please go help replenish the supply. That would be something I'd want. So we signed up to go donate. Tuesday night, I'm gonna find out next up. You missed that one. Yeah, you're just like, oh shit, son of a bitch. So Tuesday night, we're gonna go do that. And I've given blood before, so I mean, I'm not worried about it, but I don't know if I want to go give blood, rush home, get something to eat, and then try to be on a stream like right then. So I don't know. We'll see. I need to tell her. So we're just building up the walls around it so far. Those windows look so good with those pillars right next to it. I'm sure these will get built up a little more as it goes along. Pretty nice. So this is my pitch to you, even though you're not in the same area I am. If you are able to, please consider donating blood. It's sitting to my right. What's up, Andrea? Welcome back. It's just sitting there not being built. You're just looking at it. Come on. Come on. Be built. Do it. Do it. Yeah, speaking of Star Wars, I really I'm still, I don't know. I told Beth, I'm like, I think I'm going to have to buy that Mos Eisley Cantina. And she's like, why are you telling me that? I'm like, because it's like $350. I think it's going to be available for at least a little while longer, so I might wait maybe till April when there's kind of a lull in sets. Because I think there's going to be a bunch more come summer that are Star Wars related. So I kind of want to be able to get those too. Okay. Utah has a fun little law that prohibits me from donating blood. Are you okay? I don't mean to pry, but I'd be interested to know what that law is that prohibits you from donating blood. What are you guys talking about? Well, nothing really. I'm just rambling and then responding to comments. So if you have any questions or comments, I'd love to talk about them. Please suggest. Talking about donating blood. A friend of mine was in the hospital, and please don't send me cards or flowers or anything. Just go and donate blood, because she got a lot of it in the thing that she had to do. So that's what we were talking about. And Jeff's talking about a contest that he's going to run. Maybe. Fall probably is going to be better, because it's going to be right before Christmas, and that's when all the Christmas shopping is going to happen. But I remember fall last year was pretty good. Oh, this is slick. This is neat. This is one of those that no one's ever going to see this, but it's cool while you're doing it. That is nifty. So it's a little thing that's holding up some pauldrons or shoulder pads, shoulder armor, and they're just kind of loosely sitting on there. They're on those pins. That's neat. That's hot. Oops. It's also broken. And that's sitting inside there with the shield. Cat says, box. I fits, I sits. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. And that's crap. I've never, ever, ever freaking liked that. I think that's just... I hate it. I hate it with you. It's so stupid. This music may be a little too chill, but okay. So now we have to give twice because Kodiak can't. Y'all, go out, donate some blood. I say that, I know there's people who feel you shouldn't. I worked with a guy Oh yeah, it's an actual thing. I worked with a guy one time that was, we were asking, oh, that's pretty. Just look at that little thing that I just did. And I'm pretty sure he was Scientology or Jehovah's Witness or something. But when there was a thing at work where we were going to go donate blood, and he was like, no, I'm against it religiously. And we were kind of like, oh, really? Why? Because doing so, his argument was doing so saves people who would normally not be saved. And I think medicine is sort of a Scientology thing anyway, like Western medicine. So if I'm not mistaken, the whole reason he wasn't is because it was unfairly helping people who normally would. You're helping a system that would benefit other people with westernized medicine. Blood transfusions, apparently, something like that. And we're all just kind of like, what? But he was getting like hot about it. Like he was getting really mad. So this is cute. I like this little gourd, this yellow minifig head with a little plant on top of it. That's adorable. Like a small growing pumpkin or something. That's really cute. Crap laws from the 80s. Yep. Well, and the problem with crap laws from the 80s is they never get revisited. So whether it has scientific backing or not, it's still in the books. It's like weird shit from the 1800s that's still in some state law books, just because nobody's gone back and going, what do you mean you can't do this weird archaic thing? That's like, who even has a cart anymore, or a horse cart? Right, so that goes here. A big window there. Nice pretty window there. Oh, kitty cat. Well, I think I'm going to finish this bag and then we'll wrap it up. Well, and that's the thing. Given the right circumstances, a lot of people would change their minds about a lot of things. But, oh, stop it, you two. Knock it off. Let him sit in the box. Why do you care? Weirdo dog. Yep. We are divided. Logic fails us. I'm afraid to talk about some things on here because I get that not everybody has the same opinions about stuff, but I also don't want to upset anybody by I don't know, claiming some point or some personal opinion about something. Cat, if you're not going to stay in the box. On the other hand, I'm also one person with a very small group of people who I talk to. Should feel free to say anything I want. But it's not that I'm worried about the repercussions. I don't want to hurt people's feelings, and I want to be friends with people. But at the same time, I'm almost like, if you got a problem with it, I don't care. Where does that go? So many of these sand green stud adjacent Travis bricks. There's a lot of these in this set. If you're looking to get a piece out of this set, that would be it. What's up, Walter? Do you say Walter or Walter? And yes, I agree, it's 2021. These are big steps for little minifigs. Just two, and then that's cool looking. I don't know if you can see that, the stairs. They didn't allow a W on Portuguese names? That's really weird. Yeah, definitely, Jeff, for sure. There's lots of good places to get beer. Okay, well, I'm at a stopping point, but let's give it a few minutes because I've got some pieces here that looked like they were important, and I may have missed a couple steps somewhere along the way. So I'm gonna go back and find out where these are. Okay, there we go. Times 2, and that'll take care of these. All right, brilliant. So there's your oven, or your oven. That's gonna be your chimney, so it's got a little cowl for the chimney. That's what I missed. It's gonna be the cowl. You can't really see in there. And you can see through, like the chimney, like you can work on it from outside. So, all right, I know it's 10 minutes till, but I think there's your extra pieces. I think we're gonna kill it for right now. Thank you everyone for being here. I may or may not be, sorry, you just got here, Walter. But thanks for being here. I will probably be back at the very least on Thursday. Maybe Tuesday night. If I'm on Tuesday night, I will be on Michaela's stream, which will be Snot Okay. So look up Snot Okay on YouTube. I think she's going to try to figure out some StreamYard stuff before then, and I think Skull Asylum Bricks will be with us, and maybe Josh builds stuff if she can get a hold of him. If not, I'll just be working on this more. And yeah, so thanks for being here, everybody, and have a great rest of your weekend. As always, thanks for being here, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.